But first, AITA for refunding the girl who ruined my best friend's wedding by you, hot-blooded. So I was a bridesmaid in a wedding months ago. The bride was pregnant, so we didn't have a bachelorette party and instead planned one post-baby. The girls Venmoed me their part. We paid for the bride share, so she paid zero. Backstory. There were 5 bridesmaids. One of them, let's call her Debbie Drama.
That's my rapper name.
I've never seen that. No one's ever done that in a submission, like a really creative, like
I love
silly
that.
nickname. That's new. That's funny. One of them, let's call her Debbie Drama, brought her boyfriend as a +1. The wedding was absolutely gorgeous in a vineyard, open bar. Bride and groom paid for the bridal party and groomsmen's hotel for the weekend and a wine tour for us and our +1s, including their family, aka big money. We got there on a Friday, wedding on Sunday, checkout Monday. Debbie and boyfriend were both there the whole weekend. Well, come wedding day, Debbie's boyfriend gets everybody's attention right after bride's dad made a heartfelt speech and uses that time to propose to Debbie. Tacky, cringe, cringe, all caps is how that was written. Everyone was shocked and furious, which is obviously justified. Bride and groom have a verbal altercation with Debbie and the boyfriend and tell them to check out and leave mid-wedding. They're no longer friends, still. So back to the bachelorette weekend, I get a call saying the trip has been canceled and I'm getting a refund and credits for future use. I forwarded the email to the 5 bridesmaids and bride so they can read about it. I get a call from the bride, furious that I'm giving Debbie her money back. She says I shouldn't give her anything because she ruined her wedding. I told the bride she doesn't get a say in this because she's not paying for the trip. The bride almost feels like she and her husband are due the money, although she hasn't directly asked for it. There's definitely an implication, though. I have no clue what the right thing to do is, but I'm going to give Debbie back her money. Does that make me an asshole?
Oh my God, Debbie's boyfriend, what's wrong with you?
What a huge mistake, but you know,
That's so bad.
a colossal miscalculation.
Yeah, especially because I cut this out, but like he was just her +1. Like he doesn't really know the bride or the groom. Like why? Also, like I don't know, what is it about someone else's wedding that makes people be like, oh, this is my moment?
I think I think there's people who don't understand what a wedding fully is, and they haven't internalized that, and they are not very smart also, but they think they see a lot of excitement around this couple coming together, and they want to be part of that. Because I'll tell you this, Sarah, no doubt in my mind, did this guy think he was doing something wrong?
Well, I feel like most people aren't completely evil, so even when they do a bad thing, they think they're doing a decent thing. Or they think they're doing a bad thing for good reasons.
Yeah, I don't think he thought he was doing a bad thing. I think he thought this was fair game. He's a moron. He's not very bright, you know.
Yeah. Well, most people don't think like, oh, I'm going to do a bad thing. I know this is bad, but I'm going to do it anyway. In this type of situation.
Yeah, not in this type of situation. No way. There's nothing to gain.
Exactly.
This was inept. This was a move of colossal ineptitude, failure. It was terrorism. It ruined the wedding. But like, I don't think that was, that wasn't the intent here. Yeah, lock him up forever.
No, I mean, he clearly did ruin the wedding. Like the bride and the groom had to take him outside and yell at him and kick out a bridesmaid.
Now, there's a bunch of postscripts. Well, yeah, but it didn't have to ruin the wedding. Also, that's them. That's their drama. Just let it happen. Congrats.
I mean, they did let it happen, but then they kicked him out after, which, whatever. That's a whole thing, can of worms you don't have to get into, but.
Tough but fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on my best behavior at a wedding. I'm not going to tell a risky joke at a wedding. I'm not going to roast someone. I'm going to be like, hi, thank you. I love you. Bye-bye.
I'm not going to talk to anyone. I'm just going to drink and like hang out with my +1 if I'm granted one.
Right. No, I mean, in terms of offending the people whose wedding it is, I would never be risky or try anything weird. But you know what? This is a thing, Sarah. In fact, I was offered this. I was going on a big fancy vacation and we were going to one of my girlfriend's family's weddings. And he was like, hey, do you want to propose at the wedding? And I was like, really? You're offering this?
It's like, what, your wedding is low on entertainment? Like the DJ can't come late, so you're planning an event?
No, I mean, it was one of the most beautiful weddings I've ever been to, if not the most beautiful. Freaking, it was in Colombia. I'd never been anywhere but
Whoa.
Mexico. Stunning rooftops, just it was old
Okay, that would
churches.
have been a nice place to propose, but
Yeah, well, I think the angle was it's sort of this Coachella vibe of like, look, if we got you two here, why not have Miley? You know, they don't have the same fans, but people get excited for them.
and your family's already there, or someone's
Exactly.
family's already there. Well,
Exactly.
it's nice that they approached you. It would have been completely insane if you were like, "Oh, here's the moment."
Right. Right. And look, to be honest here, I don't even know if you know this, Sarah. I'm going to be embarrassed. I asked someone to do stand up at their wedding, and I didn't know. I didn't know that that was inept and stupid and crazy, but I did it, and it's
Eh,
part of who I am, and I paid
oh
for it.
gosh, was it
I,
like about them or just like a general stand-up routine?
no, just a general stand up routine.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was a good idea, and they didn't say no. They just kind of went like, okay, you're asking that, okay,
They
and
should
then
have said no.
they
Also,
should have just said no, but they didn't. They kind
yeah,
of
that's weird.
waffled. And then what ended up happening is I forgot to RSVP and I RSVP'd 2 weeks late. And then her husband, who I'd never met, called me and called me the slur for gay people and said he would come get me in New
Excuse me.
York. Yeah, he said he'd come get me if I ever talked to her again. And I was like,
Oh,
okay, well,
so
I
you dodged a bullet there.
I do feel like I dodged a bullet. I think I missed a beautiful wedding, and I'm sad about that. But I still am afraid of this person to this day. I
Wow,
actually I fear him as much as probably that Zoom bomb, like that level of fear that I felt after shaking.
that is so fucking bizarre.
So
Well,
crazy.
but circling
OP
back to this, I think the thing is like people like to make events. People love to make shit about them.
love to do it. It's their favorite thing. And OP goes on and on with these PSs. I'm
I
not
thought
even
like,
gonna.
did you add that in or did I forget to cut that?
Yeah, I don't need to read these, right? Who cares about
No,
these?
there was just one thing that she mentioned where like, oh, this is what I thought was funny. Debbie wasn't in on the proposal, but she also wasn't remorseful. She told the bride and groom, "You guys should be proud and flattered that you got to be a part of my proposal instead of being selfish cunts." Oh, and then after the boyfriend proposed, she had the photographer take pictures and then pulled them out into the vineyard to get pictures of them.
Right.
So that, so then that's why like Debbie and the boyfriend are huge assholes. Because it's one thing if your boyfriend makes a faux pas. It's another thing if you're like, oh my God, I didn't tell him to do that. I'm fucking mortified. But like she rolled with it and tried to use their photographer for free.
Yeah. Um Wait. She instructed the photog to take
She like
pics.
pulled their wedding photographer to be like, well, since you're here, why don't you take my engagement photos since I just got engaged?
I guess you're
That's
right.
like
It does
monster
say
status.
the photog, so that's where
It
you're getting that.
is.
That's messed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That is a good way to save money, but it is messed
Debbie
up.
is a monster.
I
Debbie
mean, look,
drama.
going to the actual morality of this here, I feel like clearly Debbie Drama and her boyfriend are not the brightest bulbs. I mean, they probably work like fucking entry level positions at like Shitco. I don't know who these people are. I don't
They're
want to be friends with
assholes.
them.
They're cheap assholes.
They are assholes, and they deserve to be kicked out, and they deserve to not be your friend anymore. However, I do think it would be messed up not to refund her.
I also think that too because these are two completely separate issues that
Yes.
it's like you can't make someone else a middleman to as a vehicle of like getting you money that you're not involved in. Like
Bingo. This was not an escrow that guaranteed that the bride would enjoy her at the wedding. That's bullshit. You're
no.
changing the rules just because you have her money. Give her back her money. This is not about money, right?
No,
Like,
I mean I think it's really about the bride wants to get back at Debbie for being a huge bitch on her wedding day. So the only like somewhat playing field she has is this bachelorette party money.
you know, yes, but I also feel like the B and the G are failing to acknowledge, like, they should have rolled with the punches a little bit more. It didn't need to go down so dirty.
No, come on.
Immediately calling it tacky. Why? If someone did that on my wedding, I would laugh. I'd be like, go for it. I mean, if that's who you are, go for it. And I would let them do it. I mean, I would have them kicked out, but like to then start an argument with them, I'd be like, don't even fucking talk to me. Just leave. Like, go.
I mean, I just think like people are different, and like you might be able to be chill, but these people weren't. And also like now she's taking their photographer away from them. They're paying for it. The photographer, first of all, the photographer is a complete asshole too. Like, why are you letting some random person? Yeah, like, why are you letting some random guest pull you around? Like, they're not paying you. What the fuck? So no, I would be pretty angry.
Well, I think the photographer lives in this world where he's like, is this happening? What's happening? Do I follow this? This is not planned.
Sure, but he should have been like, no, I got to be over there to take pictures of the people who hired me.
I guess when I think about how much planning my girlfriend will have done and how much she cares, I would actually be very angry, and I actually might just punch this person in the face. Like, lose my shit.
I mean, I would be pissed too, because like, I mean, how often is the attention like only on you? Like, I feel like it's not that often. If I had just one day of my entire fucking life, and some asshole tried to upstage me, I would be pissed.
Yeah, Sarah C. writes, Debbie doesn't get what she paid for. She gets her money back. The rest is superfluous information. Her boyfriend is tacky, and honestly, so is Debbie based on her reactions. But ruin their wedding? Sounds like the bride and groom are pretty fucking dramatic themselves. I agree with that. This did not need to ruin their wedding. Fine, it ruined the moment. Fine, they got upset at the time. But like, ruin the whole wedding? Give me a break.
Yeah, well, I do think like two things. I definitely think that you can say that this was like a disastrous moment, but it's kind of on you to frame how you're going to remember your wedding for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Why let this? I mean, that's what I mean. There's got to be a level of like, get away from this negative bullshit. Like, it was a moment. They're assholes. You invited assholes to your wedding. You also have to wear that badge. So that's what you did.
True. You're friends with assholes.
Yeah, they're your friends.
Yeah.
You invited them.
And then it gives them too much power to be like, these people ruined my wedding. It's like, just let it go.
That's a bullshit.
After the fact. In the moment, totally blow up at them and kick them out. But like, do you want that to be the narrative of your wedding?
Yes, day of, fine, even the next day. But then move the hell on, have the Sunday brunch, and smile.
Just laugh and talk shit about them. I think that's like a way better approach.
Exactly. It's like the Zoom bomb. Like, yes, the Zoom bomb was horrible, but it's the only thing that's happened to me in months,
Seriously.
years. I don't even know how long I've been in my apartment. Jacqueline C. writes, LOL, don't be an asshole. Don't refund Debbie. That money should be used and sent to the bride and groom to cover the total interception of the wedding photog to shoot her sudden engagement. Okay. No. Because look, it's like, that's not how these things work. You pay a photographer for their time. You agree on a package. And if that was a moment of the wedding that was worth capturing, which it could have been, sure, then it would be their job to get, it's like, come on.
But also, yeah, it's like, if you want money from someone, you have to go to them directly. You can't make someone else like play loan shark for you. Like, if it's Brian and Debbie, and this is a whole separate issue.
It's madness. I mean, it's crazy.
And you don't punish someone for doing something shitty by being like, all right, well, you're not going to get your completely unrelated charge back. Like, it doesn't teach them a lesson. It doesn't like do anything. It's like, now you got a whole set of problems to deal with.
It's just an unrelated thing. It's not going to make them a better person or a worse person. No. This is a disconnected thing. It's a random thing. But now I do think we're going to, is there a problem here? Because like my intuition says no assholes here.
I mean, the bride is wrong for wanting that.
Right. The bride is wrong. But so does that mean it's NTA and the bride's the asshole? I kind of get that the bride would say that.
I can understand why you would want something that's wrong and still be able to say that that's wrong. So I would kind of say that the bride is the asshole, because it's also like, now you're foisting your problems onto your friend and she doesn't want to get in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And also, like, is a couple $100, because realistically, like, that's probably what this is. Like, what is that going to really do for you?
Well, and I kind of like that I get to call the bride an asshole because I do feel like they're being so dramatic.
Yeah.
So I think then we agree AITA for refunding the girl who ruined my best friend's wedding, not the asshole, and the bride is.
Yeah.
But now, just so we're clear, this does not include the couple. They're not part of this. They're actually not a moral party to
I
this.
feel like they can't be part of it because, like, AITA is typically, like, two-sided.
Yeah.
You can't have three. It can't be a triangle AITA situation.
You're right. We don't have
then
the
we got
technology.
to change the abbrev.
One day we will,
Yeah.
but not today.
Yeah.